Welcome to Cardano Over Coffee with your hosts Hero Pool, Lido Nation, Jenny from the Blockchain, Epoch Pool, and Blockjock. Today we have Vulkaza, who are helping people find awesome products created by independent creators by linking artists with 3D printers to bring their works of art to life. Remember to like, follow, and leave us a comment on this video. It'll help the entire Cardano Over Coffee crew. Let's jump right in with our guest, Vulkaza.
Where's our guest? Are they on stage?
Vulkaza.
They did just come up.
Yeah, hello. How are you doing?
Good. How's your morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you may be in the world?
Yeah, this is 4 p.m., so I'm on my sixth cup of coffee today.
Okay, so what? How do you drink your coffee? And I'm very proud that you're on your sixth one because I still haven't got my first one, which I'm gonna go do right now.
I was thinking about it. As long as it's caffeine in it, I'm usually fine.
Lido, I'm gonna get some coffee if you wanna lead this for a second.
Welcome. Wait, are you a Mister?
I am a Mister. I am my name is AP or Alfpetter, but everybody calls me AP anyways.
AP, neat. Keep going on that thread. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and then what did you do before blockchain?
No, yeah. About myself, you were talking about diseases and kids. My daughter has chickenpox right now. So in terms of she's not sleeping, I'm not sleeping, nobody's sleeping. But yeah, I am a creator by heart. Love designing a lot of 3D products around everywhere. And I've designed 3D printed, shipped a lot of different stuffs, everything from and painted a lot of miniatures. Printed Cybertrucks when I bought my first Cybertrucks. I'm not really sure what's the best investment right now, if it's the Cybertruck or the Ada, but yeah, I just there was no kind of platform for me to kind of launch all these 3D creations, so that's what we're building at Vulkaza.
Neat. Is Cardano your first experience with the blockchain, or have you shopped around?
No. I mean, we've the biggest kind of NFT artist we launched with is actually on Ethereum. Maybe I shouldn't say it here, but Cardano has always been close to my heart. One of our investors is very tightly knit to the Cardano community. So that's kind of where we got into the Cardano as well. We were 3D printing some Mars birds actually for the Cardano Summit this fall. Also some cool dual color coins for giveaways for the Cardano Summit. And after that, I spoke with Patrick Tobler of Endmaker, and I kind of just got a good feel for the vibe of the Cardano community.
Hey, cool. Well, why don't you get into it? I'll take a few minutes, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Maybe you have a presentation, and then we will get into some Q&A. If there's anything to put to the top for people to check out, you can do that.
When you say presentation, the first thing you have to...
Oh, just take the next few minutes and say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, you also have to remember that, I mean, the social medias we've used so far is almost exclusively Instagram. So just like me being on Twitter Spaces, give me any useful pointers you can, right? No, I mean, we are a platform where we're enabling creators to launch physical products everywhere. So sort of what Web3 did for digital artists. We call ourselves the layer 0 of distributed manufacturing. So you can build your 3D models, build your products, and then launch it on our website, and then share it with everybody, just like you would do with any like JPEG store for NFTs. Only here you buy physical products, and when somebody buys it, we will print it through kind of this distributed manufacturing network of 3D printers all around the world.
Super cool. So, what's the blockchain part? Or is there a blockchain component?
There is right now we are. So how we got into this? So you have to kind of remember that I'm also interested in getting feedback from you guys, and that's why I kind of throw myself into this space. Is just to kind of get feedback, help you help me understand the kind of the concept. What we've seen is that the creators that are launching digital products on blockchain are often kind of, they're looking for ways to express their creativity. So they're making artists and kind of what blockchain enabled. Kind of the big thing that blockchain enabled in the first place was that it was a viable way to sell digital art. And which kind of exploded last 2 or 3 years. Now we're kind of launching a new way to express their creativity. So we have a lot of overlap with this with all the NFT artists around the world. Technically, our solution doesn't have a blockchain component of it, but we're just what do you say? We're just working together with a lot of the same artists in the same communities to launch the products.
So,
Oh,
I kind of, this kind of reminds me of something. So pretty much like if I'm a creator, and I know there's some projects, Wolves of Rome comes off the top of my head, where they have like a 3D bust that I would want printed out. That's like a service that you guys would offer.
Exactly, and it's funny that you're talking with Wolves of Rome, because we have that just 3D printed in our office, and it looks absolutely amazing. And we're working with Wolves of Rome to make that available to everybody that are Wolves of Rome holders.
That's cool. Jenny, go ahead.
Yeah, and I just have to. It looks absolutely super dope. So stay tuned for that one. Yeah.
Cool. So I just hear that you said that. Okay, so I want to understand. Are you the distributed manufacturing network, or because are you familiar with Adosia?
Can you remind me what that is again?
Are you familiar with Adosia? Because you were saying that you don't have a blockchain component to this, but you did say that you use a distributed manufacturing network. Yeah. Is that you guys? You're the distributed manufacturing network?
Yes. So just clarification, we don't have any 3D printers ourselves. Can you still hear me? I just had a noise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I just had a noise in my headset that usually says it switched to the Bluetooth connection, but obviously all good. We don't own any printers. We have a network of people with 3D printers all around the world, from Australia to UK to Netherlands to United States, that are doing it for us. So we have contracts with them, and they, whenever we get an order, we make sure to 3D print this at as close to the end customer as possible.
And it sounds like, if you're not familiar with Adosia, maybe you should get in touch with a Frog Dog. And
that's super. How do you spell it?
Adosia. And they're basically they're our distributed manufacturing network, but they work in Cardano. So, and they basically kind of do that, but you could work with them because they have a whole tokenomic system attached to that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna DM you, and maybe Frog Dog will be a good person for you to talk to and get familiar with it.
I just tweeted and added both of you. So.
Oh, awesome! Thanks.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I mean these kind of distributed manufacturing networks, we are not alone in kind of inventing this. It's at least 15. That's why I haven't probably heard of it, because it's at least 15 that I could name on top of my head that are doing kind of the same on on the distributed manufacturing network. So think of us like different blockchains or something like that. What we are, where we are different is that we're working very closely with the creators to launch their products. Most of these manufacturing networks right now is more about producing spare parts or producing automobile parts or producing for people that really knows about 3D printing, not about like launching the products themselves.
Blackjack.
Hey guys, so a couple questions. One is you mentioned Instagram, so I'm curious on the Instagram side, because you're just getting familiarized with Twitter. What do you find the challenges within Twitter versus how well you, or maybe what you've done so far in Instagram, and do you find that Instagram is pretty useful for you as far as the promotional and marketing side?
I mean, everything we do is visual. Which means that, I mean, we're launching products that you need to almost experience them to understand the value they give to you, and I think Vulkaza on Instagram looks much better because it's you can promote kind of the visual content. That's kind of the biggest difference between these two. It's easier for me, at least with the way it looks, to build communities or kind of engage on Twitter. Yeah, that was just the top of my head, the two differences I could think of.
Okay, and then the follow-up is as far as when you're creating these 3D models, because like I know Wolves of Rome, I have one. He's got a little rubber ducky on his head. And I absolutely love it. And how are you extrapolating, the 3D version of it? Because you have the front, but you're not seeing the back of the NFT, right? And what art is in the back? Does his strap go all the way around his back, or you know what I mean? So how are you extrapolating all that? Are you working with the artist in order to create that? Because I know it's a bust, not a full model, which is really what I want, but. Yeah, I'm just curious on that and how you do that.
No, so with Wolves of Rome specifically, they have modeled the whole bust front and back. So the back also has details with all the hairs flowing around the back. What we're working with them right now is just a standard bust. So kind of the base wolf. That's what you can. That's what we're working with them on right now. You can't buy your individual. Wolves of Rome with a rubber ducky on your head. That would be if this is successful and we're kind of able to launch these products, that will be the next step where you can kind of get the individual components. But it, as you kind of understand, it takes more time because you need to model every piece of it for 3D printing.
So if I gave you the NFT that I have, because it does have a rubber ducky, like little floaty on its head, you couldn't do that part.
If I could or couldn't.
Could you do that part? I mean, it is the NFT. That is their image. So they've already generated that image in that manner. Yeah. So I didn't add that to it. It came that way.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'd be able to.
I mean, they have the 3D model, so I would guess it's like a 2-hour optimization work for us to get it to a 3D printable state. So I mean, it's technically possible to launch that as a premium service where you get your exact version of it. What do you say? Your exact version, and over time we're going to do that more. Create tech basically for building these individual pieces themselves, or kind of individual. I'm a tech optimist. The answer is yes. It's fully technically feasible. The answer is it available right now? No.
Okay, great. Thanks. That's all I have.
Yeah. No, I mean, but you also asked like what are the crypto aspects of it. One thought I kind of find very entertaining, and I've been thinking a lot about, and want to air with you guys as well, is that what the kind of the NFTs and the crypto blockchain really enables is this kind of immutable proof of ownership. Let's say you buy a physical art piece by Banksy, and somebody else just copies it, because at least in the digital world, it's so easy to copy things. How do you know that you actually bought the Banksy? And if somebody has a receipt somewhere from Sotheby's or whatever, it's like, how do I know that this is the original receipt and not something they once bought copied it? So kind of this kind of proof of ownership that follows the physical art is something I like a lot, and something that we at Vulkaza want to kind of incorporate. So when you buy this Wolf of Rome statue and it's a limited run of 10 gold statues, 10 Rome busts, you actually get an NFT that says, "Yep, this is an original Wolf of Rome bust," and a lot of people are going to replicate or imitate that bust, but you are the ones that actually hold the original.
So
Awesome. Well,
what
it
is
sounds really cool.
what does Vulkaza mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. It comes from the Roman god of Vulcan and Plaza. Vulcan is the god for, of course, fire, but also for craftsmen and artists. And Plaza is, of course, a marketplace. So it's a marketplace for craftsmen and artists.
Wow, cool. So where is the company register? Which jurisdiction?
We're in Norway.
Norway. Nice. If anybody else have any question for the team, go ahead and come up, do the hand thing. Who is the team? So how is this a big corporation with 5,000 employees? Um,
No, we're a team of. I mean, last year this time we were 3 people working in what's basically a garage. Now we're a bit more. We have 3 more people joining from Algeria and a couple of 2 people in Lithuania and 1 in Denmark. So we were starting to get kind of a decent size for being able to execute projects, but we're still definitely a startup.
Super cool. So what's your core competency? So I know with the 3D stuff, you use the printers. What competency do you have in house?
I mean, right now we have everything from basically 3D design to printing and IT development. I think as all kind of startups and tech companies, that's one of the almost 50%, more than 50% are developers.
So 50% are developers, like software engineers, and UI UX people, or just software people, or
I mean, everything. We're a full stack company. The biggest problem is that our product is quite complex. We are working with creators that are uploading 3D models. 3D models in itself is quite hard to work with. And they, of course, there we have kind of everything on the UI and UX to kind of create a creator studio.
you have a UX person on the team that was professional training.
No, no, not. I mean the team is. I mean, sometimes it feels like a Robin Hood ragtag band of self-educated people. I mean, we're not very strict on formal competency. We are. I mean,
Okay, let me rephrase. You have a UI UX person with 10 years of experience doing UI UX?
I don't think so. I wouldn't say that. We
Okay,
have.
what about the dev team? So how many devs? One dev, 2 devs?
No, we
What's
have.
the years of experience?
I mean, I'm probably the most experienced devs. I started my professional career as designing microchips like Bluetooth devices all the way on a transistor level, and we're working with that and similar all the way up to data systems for machine learning for 10 years.
Super cool.
But I mean, Amin, who's a developer, he's 19 years old. He's been coding for 2 or 3 years. He moved from Canada to Algeria and now he's living on an island. So if you want to look it up, I think he's called Amin Developer on an Island, one of the other guys is like, he's a former harbor master. He was like, yeah, I'm going to do coding, and he kind of quit his previous job as a harbor master to do coding with us full time. Another one that is, she has a master's degree in machine learning. So yeah, a bit of everything. We're not very good on, but we're not very good on UI UX. That's kind of I think that's, it might be that it's because of me, because I'm not a UI UX person as well. So kind of the people I find easiest to recruit are not UI UX designers.
That makes sense. I know how that goes. Go ahead, Blackjack. Have you reached your word count yet? Go
Not
ahead.
yet. I had one more because I didn't ask the question I really wanted to ask. So if I were to get a Wolves of Rome, because I absolutely love the NFT that I have from Wolves, what would the cost approximately be to have that done? Do you have an idea?
No, I mean, that's up to Wolves of Rome. So you have to kind of just follow their Discord and stay tuned what they're going to launch them at.
Okay, so do you have a typical price? I mean, are you doing this already?
Blackjack,
have you already shipped?
what are you talking about? The man is a marketplace. They don't set the price.
Well, but I'm just looking for an average, just a ballpark. You know, like
it depends on the project. They don't set the price though. It's like shopping on Amazon. The vendor or eBay, the vendor say what they want, right?
Sure.
But I mean, I can give some kind of rough areas for other artists are in the range of $150 approximately for a bust of 20 to 25 centimeters.
See, Lido? There you go. Thank you, sir.
Well, tomorrow an artist will show up and sell that stuff for $2.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's like it's like trying to ask what's the average price of an NFT on JPEG Store.
Exactly, right.
And Lido, I don't want it coming out of China. Nothing against Chinese people, but I don't want it coming out of China.
Let's keep the ball rolling. We're sort of getting towards the end of our time here. Go ahead, Jenny, please.
No, I was just gonna say, so just to clear it up, are you trying to get more projects to join you, or this is like even individual people that want to turn their art into 3D models? What exactly is your demographic, to make sure that everybody here that's listening knows?
No, what we really want to do is to meet more talented artists that wants to kind of expand their universe also into the physical world. So as you say, work with creators that are already exploring kind of 3D models for their art. Yeah, and especially, I mean, we are not particularly, if you were talking about demographics, speculation projects are something we don't find where we have a good fit. The projects where we have a good fit are kind of projects that are centered around good art communities.
The Gold Rush. You will close us out. Go ahead.
I was curious if there was a mechanism in place to screen out things like 3D printed guns and things like that. Does that happen at the marketplace level, or are you expecting the actual people?
Why are you censoring my guns, Gold Rush?
Well, I'm just curious. Are there limitations to what I can have printed?
Yeah. I mean, you can't upload a file to us. The creators themselves enables that files. Right now, the process is called Mats. He's a 3D printing designer that previously worked with Lego for 3D printing their blocks. but I mean, as we automate, we have to find a good way. We don't have a good answer for that. But when we get more optimization, we have to find, as you say, a good way of getting that out of just the marketplace, or at least categorizing them correctly.
And one more follow-up, if I could. So how does the marketplace work exactly? So I would submit a design, and then somebody who wants to print that would bid on it, or how does it work from that angle?
No, I mean, you submit, as a creator, you submit a design. You post it to all your channels, and your fans go there and buy these products. Once you have a product, we already have set agreements with the creators. So think of it as like gas fees almost, where they would produce it for, and we actually set the fees that they produce it for.
And is there a QA process? So like if the customer receives something and it was substandard to what they were expecting, how does that work exactly?
Yeah, I mean all the prints, we get pictures of all the prints from all the makers as they go, and we kind of make sure that they are up to standard. And as you say, if the customer receives something they don't, or kind of that are substandard, the rating of that maker will of course go down, just like any other of these platforms like Airbnb and Uber.
Stay cool. Well, this has been quite interesting. Looking forward to seeing how this developed in the space with the NFTs, especially all the metaverse people and all that jazz. Definitely reach out to a Doja, see if you guys can collab in any way. Any last words, any parting thoughts for the room?
Yeah,
Customers, artists, everybody.
can I give a last request?
Yes, yes.
If you have some projects you're following and you love and you think they would be a great fit for kind of bringing their digital art to life, tag us or send us a DM or anything.
You heard it here first.
And use the Jumbotron, like pin anything on the top that you want the audience to see and share.
Yes, anything you have to pin to the top, please do.
He might not be familiar how to do it. Didn't he say he's not familiar with Twitter?
He's Instagram, Lido. Come on, man. Help a brother out.
Let's help a brother out. Let's find something to pin for you.
I'm working on it.
Okay, thanks, Hero. Oh man. Well, is Epoch around for the mid-roll? Thanks again, Vulkaza.
Thank you,
I
Vulkaza.
subscribed to your email, so I
So the first thing I pinned up there is a vase that somebody printed, which is really freaking neat. So.
Oh yeah, okay.
Neat.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, indeed.
Listen, I'm a flower. I like to have flowers in my house. Just because you can't keep flowers alive, I need some vases so I can.
You like flowers, Hero?
And if you're because we talked about like we are working on actually on crypto payment integration, so you can start soon buy these vases with your crypto.
Awesome. Yeah, so I pinned that up. So if you're interested in checking out more of their work, please do. I definitely know there's some artists in here, so maybe you'll get some messages. I'm definitely interested. I like the Wolves of Rome. I own the bus, so like I actually want to own a physical one. So I'll definitely be paying attention to when those guys get integrated with you. But I appreciate you coming and your time.
All right. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for listening to Cardano Over Coffee, and a special thanks to our guest, Vulkaza. Check out our link tree for our amazing coffee brand, Cardano Over Coffee Coffee. It doesn't suck, or so we're told.